Hello everybody and welcome back to another video for the day. We are heading back into r/AmITheDevil, and if you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. Also, if you guys would like to save 10% on your next order of gamer subs, use code Tommy at checkout or click the link down below. It'll automatically apply the discount to your transaction, and it helps support the channel. Thank you. Am I the a-hole for discouraging my wife from getting a sexy photo shoot? My 29M, wife 29F, follows a local photographer on Facebook. This photographer specifies in taking boudoir photos. Tasteful pictures of women not wearing much but some lingerie or a single article of clothing, such as just a t-shirt. My wife had previously mentioned that she might be interested in something like this. Then, when I asked why, she said, "I thought that you would like the pictures." Anyways, the photographer is doing a session of boudoir photos in a few months, and my wife excitedly asked me if I cared if she signed up. The fee is $250, which includes hair, makeup, and printed photos along with the photo shoot. Now, this is where I'm going to sound like a jerk. My wife has had major self-esteem issues / disordered eating habits stemming from her self-esteem issues. I'm afraid that if she spends all of her money to get pictures done, she's going to be really upset when they don't look like some of the other girls' photos that this photographer has on her Facebook page. And it's going to bring up all of those self-esteem issues again. My wife had our son a few years ago, and so her stomach isn't as toned as it used to be. And she still is hanging on to a bit of extra weight from having our baby. I wouldn't call her fat or anything, but she definitely is going to be disappointed if she spends all of this money on what she thinks is going to be amazing pictures. I told her that the pictures of the photographer's Facebook page were probably of women who hadn't had kids yet. She got upset and told me that was mean. I told her that maybe if she considered toning up a bit, then she would enjoy the photo shoot more. Would be more happy with the end results. She's been distanced since I said that. I'm not trying to be a dong, but we have a joint banking account. That money is my money too, and I don't want her to spend it on something that she's not going to like, that could potentially cause her to spiral back into disordered eating. Am I the a-hole for discouraging my wife from paying for these? Edit. She is currently probably around 5'1", 107 pounds, so not overweight, but I think it would be worth it for her to start eating better and working out more before getting these pictures taken. Edit 2. Wow, okay, I didn't expect to get this much hate. First of all, it's our money. I wouldn't spend $250 on something without consulting her, and if she had doubts, I'd listen to her. Second, I was never harsh or mean. We pride ourselves in having a very honest relationship. What I said was honest. She's got some extra meat on her from having a baby. I never said that I thought that she was unattractive because of it. I'd hate for her to be so excited about these pictures, only to hate them. Third, yes, I know her height and weight. I go to many of her appointments with her. The stats I gave were from her most recent checkup in August. Fourth, we've been together for 10 years. Prior to getting pregnant, she was around 95 pounds and was healthy, not starving herself. And this was her post-eating disorder weight, I believe. So I'm not being a bully by telling her maybe she wants to wait until she loses some of that weight, because I know that she can afford to lose some and still be healthy. I would not be telling her this if she was on the verge of being sickly underweight. I want her to get these photos eventually. Trust me, I do. I just want her to see how beautiful she is, and not pick them apart like I know she's going to at her current weight, or, like how you are currently, and at 3. Okay, so I guess the majority wins, and I'm the a-hole. For the record, I never told her that she had to lose weight. Yes, you did. I told her the photos might look more than what she wants them to if she does. Also, I used to be very muscular, 6-pack abs when we first started dating. I am admittedly slightly softer now than I was back then, still muscular and visible abs, just not as cut as I was in my early 20s. If someone took professional photos of me wearing it all, I would probably be unsatisfied with them and start being harder on myself. That's just the way that I feel. I assumed that she would feel the same. I was trying to save her from embarrassment and self-consciousness after seeing the photos because she isn't a skinny-toned 21-year-old anymore. That's all. Yes, how did you wonder if you were the a-hole if you were telling your 107-pound wife that she needs to lose weight? Yeah, look, here's the thing. I don't care if she had a kid or not. You don't need to constantly be telling your wife, hey, you're not going to be satisfied with those photos of the thing that you decide that you wanted to get done for yourself because you want to do something that'll make yourself feel better. How would you feel if you wanted to do something because you wanted to try to get a nice photo of yourself and your wife came out and said, okay, hey, I don't think that'll work out for you. You're going to need to lose some weight. You got to cut down on some of that squish. I would feel bad. I would feel just bad, like if somebody called me fat or a bully, and it would hurt more because that somebody was a significant other. Considering it's a 5-second Google search away, if you happen to look up what the healthy weight range for a 5-foot 1-inch tall female is, it comes out to 100 to 130 pounds. She's very much on the lower end of that range, so she's still within a healthy weight. My girlfriend, 28F, read my diary, 29M, without permission, and confronted me about the thing that I wrote about her. How can I end the relationship with clarity and closure, given the long-distance complications? This just happened to me yesterday. Even worse, I got accused of things I wrote in my diary about her. It was a 6-month-long distance relationship, though we had known each other for over 10 years since high school, and it was a good relationship overall. I was pretty happy with her. Of course, there were some conflicts in my mind, but nothing too unchangeable. She came to visit me from our home country to London and was supposed to stay for over 10 days. On my birthday, while I was in the office, she found my diary and discovered my deeper thoughts about her. I had written about how I felt that she was very irresponsible, and how difficult it was for me to see her as a potential mother because she couldn't even take care of herself. I wrote that although she was academically well educated, she is a doctor, intellectually, she had no real interests, no hobbies, no passion. Basically, very blunt thoughts that I wouldn't share with anyone because they would be extremely rude to say out loud. These were simply intrusive thoughts. She called me while I was working and asked how I could dare think such things about her, and questioned why I was still with her. I said, "Hold on, I'm coming home." When I arrived, she was sitting there, victimizing herself, smoking cigarettes, asking how I could dare write those things, claiming that she would never write anything like that to herself. I told her, "Good job, you've just ruined our relationship. You've opened Pandora's box." The reason I write a diary is none of her business. All of the things I wrote there were solely for myself. Writing is a way to release thoughts, and it doesn't necessarily reflect 100% of what I truly think about her. I felt completely exposed and violated. I left the house for the night as I already had plans for a board game night at my friend's house, and I stayed there. I will return home tonight to officially end the relationship. The problem is that she is currently in another country and the only one other friend here, and I don't want to leave her in a difficult situation because London isn't the friendliest place. While I don't feel that I've done anything wrong, I would really appreciate your advice on how to end this relationship respectfully. Given the emotional weight from the long-distance factor, we live nearly 3,000 kilometers apart. How can I handle this in a way that minimalizes harm to both of us, while also giving myself proper closure? Edit. Whoa, slow down a little bit, folks. I'm honestly surprised that some of you think that this kind of privacy invasion is okay, and that I should be crucified for my thoughts. Don't worry, I'll definitely write in my diary later about how some of you might be coming from interesting backgrounds. But seriously, the core of my post isn't about whether I'm right or wrong. The real question is, how can I end this relationship as smoothly and respectfully as possible? Thanks for the advice. Yeah, I hate to break to you. Unfortunately, when privacy is invaded like that, there isn't really a smooth way to end the relationship. The only thing I can really think of it being something similar to is like when you have that bad coworker, and so you just write down what you want to get out of your system and then in an email and just never send it. But at the same time, even then, in order for somebody to be able to find it, it makes it so like you almost set it up for it to be found, which it's kind of confusing. Should I, 21M, go for it with my brother's 19M girlfriend, 19M, if she is giving me all of the signs? Reposted under a different throwaway. Sorry, not trying to spam. I'm on mobile, so sorry for the formatting. This is a throwaway account. I will call my brother C and my brother's girlfriend S. This is so messy, and I am pretty close to my brother, but I honestly feel like he doesn't deserve his girlfriend. So, my brother and his girlfriend have come to our grandma's for the week that they have off. They have been here for 5 days. They won't leave for 3 more, and it's killing me. My little brother is not the best looking in the family. He's just not. Since he started seeing S, he's gone to the gym and bulked up a bit, and changed his hair and his eating habits. Not because she forced him. She loved him even when he was chubby. He said that he wanted to start working out and eating better to get into the same level of attractiveness as her. My best friend and I, she's a girl, and I both agreed beforehand that she is very good looking, just from her pictures with my brother on social media and stuff. S and C came to visit my grandmother, and I was there because I'm currently living with her. Not only is she ridiculously hot, she's funny and smart too. She's pre-med and is taking a lot of hard classes that C says that she's breezing through. She is the world's easiest person to talk to. The first night that she came to visit, she was quiet, as this was the first time that she's meeting extended family for her. The next day, C had a migraine, and she wanted to stay home with him and take care with him. But I convinced her to go to the mall with me and C, encouraged her to too. We spent the day at the mall together. We played with puppies at a store and shopped a bit and got lunch. I don't think I've ever gotten along with someone as well as I've gotten along with S. She is beautiful, witty, and basically my ideal partner. I have quickly developed strong feelings for her. It gets really messy from here. C was showing me some memes on his phone, and I accidentally swiped by a bare photo of hers. I thought that I wasn't looking at his phone, but he did manage to see it. I know this is really bad, but when he got up to go to the bathroom, I unlocked his phone and went to look at it. I couldn't help myself. I've already mentioned that I think she is hot, so I won't go into detail about how I felt about pictures because it's probably obvious. I felt so guilty about it. After this incident, I think people started noticing me becoming uncomfortable near her. My brother, my mom, and my grandma asked me about it. Eventually, S asked me if she had done anything to offend me, and I said no. I came to my senses and stopped acting like a douche. I asked if she wanted to go to the grocery store with me. She said sure. I thought it would be just the two of us, but C tagged along as well. We went to the grocery store together, went back, and ended up driving to the city in the afternoon. I don't want to give away anything that might identify me, which is an hour where we live. C fell asleep in my car, and again, it was C and me talking. She ended up climbing into the back seat to the front to talk to me. And we talked and joked the whole way into the city, and I just knew something was there. I did something stupid, and I told her that I wish that we had met in high school. And she replied that she thinks we would have been the best of friends. Ouch! However, once we reached the city, she was back being lovey-dovey with C. It sucked because I wanted to hold her hand so badly. I think they felt really bad for me because yesterday was V-Day and I don't have a girlfriend, so they didn't kiss or anything. They just looked at each other like they were in love. My questions are the following. I know that she can tell that we have a good connection, so should I go for it? I really want to tell her my feelings this evening. What is the best way to do it? Thanks. TLDR, I have strong feelings for my little brother's girlfriend. She's beautiful, funny, smart woman, and we get along really well. We both acknowledge it. Should I go for it? What is the best way to let her know how I feel? The common sense thing to do would be to not do it because that doesn't have a guarantee thing of whether or not they would actually reciprocate those feelings. Plus, also, you'd be ruining a relationship with your brother. Yeah, just a little bit of a PSA. It's not a good idea to try to do the whole, hey, it's my turn with the girlfriend, little bro, shtick with anybody. Actually, it's not good at all, and all you're going to do is make Thanksgiving really, really odd for years to come. Am I the a-hole for asking a couple of church to stop bringing their kids or stop coming altogether? This has been bugging me for a while now, and I finally said something. But the reaction that I got was pretty unnecessary. There's a couple at my church, both 23, same age as me. I'm an F2, and they've been married since they were 20. They already have 2 kids, a 2-year-old boy and a baby girl, maybe 6 months. They are always around. Every week, every gathering, always together, and honestly, it is starting to get to me. Their son isn't even badly behaved or anything. He's a pretty quiet kid. But what does drive me crazy is how he is constantly only saying mama. Like, twice every hour in church or in the hallway after service, at every lunch or Bible study, which is literally all he says, along with some other words and gibberish, and she always responds. He's always too attached to her. It's weird, and honestly, I don't know how to describe it, but I have a theory that she doesn't want to be a mom. She might seem happy and smiling and always annoying, I might add, tending to her kids, but to be honest, I just know that deep down she doesn't want this. The husband, he's always doting on her, holding the baby. Many is saying things like, we love being parents, and family is everything. It feels so curated and performative, and I wish that they'd stop telling everyone how happy they are. Anyways, this past Sunday, I pulled them aside and, politely, after service, suggested that maybe they consider leaving the kids at home sometimes, or take a break from coming to everything. I said it is hard for the rest of us to fully be present when the kid says mama, and intensely wants to be with his mom. I don't know why he wants her so much. I mentioned how the constant mama thing is distracting and maybe a sign that she needs more independence, and joked that he should try being without her for a week or so. They were not happy. The wife didn't say much and kind of just stared at me, but the husband said that my comment was wildly inappropriate and accused me of judging their family. Then they packed up and left without saying goodbye to anyone. I told a few friends, and they said I sounded jealous, and that the kid isn't hurting anyone. It's not even about the kids, really, it's just the vibe they bring. I just want to express a concern and suddenly I'm the bad guy? So, am I the a-hole? Yeah, doy. You said the kid says it what, twice every hour? God forbid every 30 minutes you happen to hear a kid say mama once. Here's the thing, kids are gonna act like kids. The little dude is 2 years old. He's gonna do kid shit. It's not like he's a whining baby in a movie theater that won't calm down or anything. You even said that the kid is generally well-mannered. What do you want him to say instead of mama? Oh dear mother, I must say that this church session is absolutely stupendous. Would that be more appropriate for the 2-year-old to say? Let me reiterate again, 2 years old. But with that is going to have to be with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment down below to start up them wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on them notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.